Hi YouTube, welcome to PJ's Just Clowning, and this is my BRS47 AR-15 chambered in 7.62 by 39. And it works. Basically, the muzzle device is something I got off cheaper than dirt. I don't remember how much I paid for it or what brand it was, but it was pretty cheap. It was like $25–30. The barrel itself is a Faxon 10.5-inch 7.62 by 39 AR-15 barrel, meant to fit an AR-15 upper. The rail is a Bravo company rail, little rail piece that came with the rail. The upper and lower are BRS Billet Rifles systems, matched set, done in like a flat dark earth. The magazine release here comes with the upper. Standard Hogue, no finger groove rubber overmold grip. I really like these, and they're getting hard to find. I'm not even sure they make the one without the finger grooves anymore. I believe it's Strike Industries forward assist, which is really not even needed on this rifle. It wouldn't hurt my feelings if the forward assist was just totally eliminated. The charging handle is a Bravo company charging handle. I believe it's the medium one, set to, pretty much mandatory, seeing that there's no bolt hold open on the last round, so you're going to have to charge the weapon every time you empty a magazine. The pistol brace, this is a Maxim Defense PDW brace. I really like this. This is a high quality piece. It comes with its own buffer and spring inside here, which I'll show you. The buffer's really small, but it's really heavy. The safety is a Geisley safety, and it's got a Geisley SSAE trigger in it. So the optic on it is a primary arms prismatic optic. It has a focus for people who have poor eyesight, which is me, which helps a lot. The reticle inside here has a chevron with a point, which is fairly familiar, which I like a lot. There's a whole bunch of stuff inside there, and once you kind of get used to how it works, it has holdovers for ranges way past what a 10.5-inch barrel has the ability to hit. So let's get inside here. The single point sling adapter, I believe, came with the rail. I don't remember. Maybe it's something I had laying around. So the lower itself, you can see, has a Geisley SSAE, and that's just right out of the box slapped in there. The buffer is the Maxim Defense heavy buffer that comes with the PDW brace, and that's the same spring that was in it when I got the brace. I haven't changed anything. This thing is super tough and dead reliable. In the front of the lower, you'll see that there's a stainless pin right there that has a roll pin holding it in. This is where the front of the magazine clips on when it's in there, and it sits just like that. That stainless pin is replaceable, but I don't think there'll ever be a need to. I think it just keeps it from the magazine wearing on the aluminum lower. The downside to all this is that you want to be able to put your Bakelite magazine in here and go to town. In my experience, the only magazines that I have found that are 100% no matter what are these cheap plastic mag pulls. BRS specifies that the lower was made for these, and it was made with a fairly tight tolerance. When it's in there, it's in there. There's no like shaking around or anything like that. You take most AK mags, metal comblock mags, and they shake around quite a bit, and I think that's a problem because the bolt in here is not, the bolt that strips the first round off the magazine is not the same bolt that's in an AK-47, so it has problems with that. So it has to be pretty, it has to fit pretty tight, which AK mags don't like to do, it doesn't seem like. Okay, so that's the lower, nothing really high-tech there. Oh, and there is a plastic roll, or grub screw in the bottom with a plastic tip that actually pushes up against the back of the upper in order to adjust how tight they fit together. You can get them pretty tight if you want, tight enough to where it makes it a kind of a pain to get the pins out when you break it down in half. So, charging handles, Bravo company, good stuff. The bolt and bolt carrier. The bolt is not the bolt that came with. This was original KS47 bolt carrier group. When this bolt and the bolt that was in here, the original bolt, when it started wearing and the extractor started wearing a little bit, I decided I would buy the BRS factory bolt carrier group. And when I took that bolt carrier group and stuck it in the rifle functioned, let's just say, poorly. I took all the parts out of the BRS47 bolt carrier group and stuck them in this bolt carrier, which is a Palmetto State Arms KS47 carrier, and everything has functioned just flawlessly. And this hard chrome bolt, I want to say Young Manufacturing made it. It's hard chromed. It's considerably thicker than what some of the other 7.62x39 specific bolts are, and it works. It fits really well. The firing pin, as far as I know, is standard firing pin. I've compared it to others. It doesn't look like anything special. I know that a lot of people get real hinky about hammer springs and bolts and long firing pins and all that stuff, but I haven't experienced any of that stuff. I've actually put this thing together thinking I was going to have to do some adjustments, and I really haven't. It's been solid. This little tiny buffer, you hear that? It's got some pretty heavy weights in it. It's very small, very, but the tube that it fits in is very small, so somebody did their homework and it works. The SSAE trigger from Geisley that I have in here is probably a little softer than what I would like for a pistol like this that you're going to use maybe in times of stress. I mean, it's super soft. And the hammer spring that's in there is the one that came with the Geisley setup, so I haven't really changed anything. I've had people tell me how horrible these things were, and I just haven't had that, so this one's been really solid. Any questions, post them down below. I hope I've answered most of the questions that people had about it. I've had questions about everything from the grip to the muzzle device, so any more questions? Oh, and there's a QD socket right here. QD socket there, and on the other side. So I have a Magpul sling with QDs on the end of it. It works well. And the only reason I have the key mod rail is because when I was putting this together, that's all that was available. I couldn't get an M-lock rail, but it's Bravo, and Bravo does key mod really well, so there you go. All right, any more questions? Post them down below, and I'll try to answer them. Thanks for watching.